Noah and Liam, twin brothers and dedicated metal detectorists, were always searching for stories buried beneath the surface. Their latest target was a large tract of land recently cleared for development, historically known to be the site of an obscure 19th-century utopian society that mysteriously disbanded. The twins had permission to sweep the area before construction began. Their detectors had been quiet all day, registering only small pieces of iron junk, until they reached the center of the field. There, both their machines screamed, indicating a massive, solid metallic object buried deep. They spent hours digging. The metallic object wasn't metal itself, but the signal was reflecting off something massive and dense. After digging nearly 7 feet, they hit stone, a huge, flat, granite capstone. They continued excavating, revealing a strange, angular stone monument, about 10 feet high and partially buried. It was an obelisk base or an altar, covered in weathered geometric carvings that did not match any local architectural style. It was clearly a historical marker, but it was unlisted in local records. They realized the object wasn't a historical curiosity, but a deliberate hidden structure. Using a ground-penetrating radar unit, they scanned the base. The radar clearly showed a hollow, non-stone cavity deep inside the structure, centered right at the bottom. The monument was hollow, designed to protect something within its core. They spent a day using specialized chisels and a jackhammer to carefully remove a section of the granite near the monument's foundation. The stone was incredibly hard, but it eventually yielded. When they finally broke through the outer layer, they exposed not bare earth, but a solid, dark lead lining encased in concrete. The metal was seamless and showed no signs of age, indicating an expert attempt at preservation. The twins now knew they had found a time capsule, meticulously hidden inside a massive stone marker. Hey guys! Quick break, because we need your help to validate this mysterious monument. We are so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, and we need to smash that goal ASAP. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. It makes a massive difference. Also, drop a comment below and let us know where in the world you're watching this video from. We love seeing how far our adventures travel. Now, let's get back to the good stuff. Using a drill and a borescope, they located a small access point in the lead casing. They cut a clean square panel out of the lead. The moment the panel came free, a rush of cold, dry air escaped. The chamber was small, lined with copper, and perfectly sealed against moisture. Inside, nestled on a bed of dry padding, were 2 items, a stack of bound papers and a single heavy antique brass locket. The papers were aged but perfectly preserved, and they were the immediate focus. The locket, however, held a special key. They carefully pulled out the stack of documents. The first page was titled, "The Unfinished Work." The twins had unearthed the secret archive of the Forgotten Utopian Society. The documents were not financial records or mundane correspondence. They were handwritten, original manuscripts of a famous but largely unknown 19th-century American poet and philosopher, Eliza Vance. Vance had been a central, yet anonymous, figure in the Utopian Society before it dissolved. She was known for her brilliant limited published work, but decades of academic searching had failed to locate her complete, unpublished archives, which were rumored to exist. The stack of papers the twins found was exactly that, her entire life's work. The archive included complete drafts of 3 full-length novels, hundreds of previously unread poems, and a detailed philosophical journal chronicling the society's inner workings. The literary world had spent a century debating the location and existence of these lost Vance archives. The discovery was not just historically significant, it was a revelation that would rewrite 19th-century American literature. The unique location, hidden inside a sealed monument on the Society's original grounds, was the final confirmation of the archive's authenticity. The twins also opened the antique brass locket. Inside, they found 2 tiny, folded pieces of parchment. The first was a handwritten will from Eliza Vance, specifically bequeathing her final work to her last surviving relative, and providing a cryptic clue to the monument's location. The second parchment was a small, detailed map of the entire Utopian Society's grounds, highlighting the monument's location and an additional, sealed entry point leading to a subterranean structure beneath the main property. The monument was not the only secret, it was the locator for the Society's true treasury. They quickly researched the name in the will and contacted a specialized literary appraiser, maintaining strict confidentiality. The appraiser, a leading scholar on Eliza Vance, was flown in under an NDA. His reaction upon seeing the original manuscripts was one of sheer academic ecstasy. He immediately confirmed their authenticity and stated plainly that the collection was priceless. The value transcended money because of the historical, literary, and cultural significance. No monetary price could be put on the complete, lost archive of a major literary figure. The collection was invaluable. The twins' discovery was not about gold, but about reclaiming a lost piece of human culture. The twins, Noah and Liam, quickly realized the archives belonged in the public domain. They used the will and the monument's location to secure full, undisputed legal ownership of the documents, avoiding complex legal battles. They contacted major university libraries and museums, sparking a quiet bidding war for the right to acquire, conserve, and publish the archives. The value of the collection was based on its market scarcity, and the academic interest was astronomical. The universities, eager to acquire the complete and perfectly preserved Vance archives, formed a consortium. They purchased the entire literary collection from the twins for a payment that included both a massive acquisition fee and a permanent, high-level endowment in the twins' names for literary research. The final monetary value of the deal, structured to reflect the priceless cultural significance of the documents, totaled an astonishing $8.7 million USD. The twins were completely shocked. They had searched for coins and found literature, and that literature had made them millionaires. They used the funds to start a foundation dedicated to the recovery and preservation of forgotten historical archives on private property. They worked with the university to carefully excavate the monument's base and donated the stone structure itself to a historical society. They kept the brass locket and the will, honoring Eliza Vance's final wishes. The land, which they bought for practically nothing, yielded a treasure that was far more valuable than gold. The priceless nature of the discovery, a complete literary archive, not only secured their financial future but cemented their place in historical preservation. They realized that sometimes the greatest fortunes are found not in banks or ships, but in the pages of forgotten books, hidden inside a strange old monument. Thanks for watching our incredible journey.